Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the ShiteTalk podcast. It's the Christmas special for 2023. I'm just looking at your face. So obviously, as you can tell, very different circumstances today. Bit of a throwback, actually. We are on Zoom. Grivach, do you want to give a little kind of brief explanation as to why that is?
Basically, what's happened is COVID has come back and it has, in the most polite way possible, fucked us in the ass.
Yeah, I have kind of all the symptoms apart from the taste and loss. Do you lose your fucking, I don't know, sense of smell or something as well? I don't know. I don't have that anyway. I have what is essentially just coming down to serious kind of cold symptoms. So I'm not terrible. I've obviously been better, but we're living through it. And
Yeah.
for that reason we were kind of like better safe than sorry. There's a chance Grivach could get it from his own household anyway, but
Yep.
I don't want to be the reason for Grivach being
Yeah.
sick over Christmas. So
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. We're here on Zoom today. Like I said, it feels like a bit of a throwback. This is a real throwback to the time when we were actually a very consistent podcast. During COVID, we were doing a podcast every like once every 2 weeks.
It's ironic to think that COVID was was the period we were like most consistent, where
Yeah,
now we, we're struggling to keep it consistent. Like,
yeah.
but
I mean, look, I guess with everything opening back up after COVID and stuff, and life kind of resuming, it was always going to be trickier to schedule podcast meetings and stuff like that. Which is why it was just as handy to sit down on a day and just do it over Zoom. But honestly, I don't think this podcast needs to be a real like consistent thing. I do think like uh we're happy enough, and people who watch and listen to the podcast are happy enough for it to be like a sporadic, once in a while treat, if you will. Yeah, I'll
that
probably
is
do it
that is
justice a
what
little
that's
bit.
the only word. That's the only word we can use to describe this podcast. It's a treat,
Yeah,
nothing else.
yeah, absolutely. So I said literally just before we started recording here to this morning, I did say to Grevach that I did up the kind of schedule for this episode. Did it up in about 10 minutes last night. So should be interesting to see. We did get in some quite a wide variety of hypothetical questions, which
Oh, okay, okay.
as usual we'll save towards the end of the show. Um, to keep it on the kind of Christmas theme, right? I thought we'd play a little game. I thought we'd do a little thing, right?
Oh, brilliant.
Now,
Here we
we're
go.
we're obviously known in the past for doing our kind of tier lists, aren't we?
Oh, we are indeed. We do love a tier list here on the ShiteTalk podcast. That is
Yeah.
known fact.
What have we done? We did crisps, which was actually an Aaron Kelly video, which realistically should have been a Shy Talk
Should have,
episode.
should have been a pod.
I should have been a
Uh,
pod. So we did
Biscuits.
crisps, we did the biscuits, we did chocolate bars, didn't we? So
Oh yes, we did. We did.
we've
We did.
done. You force fed yourself the Oreo, of
That
course.
that video was mad. That got a good clip though. God
It did
help
get a
us
good
all.
clip. It did. So what I thought we'd do is we'd break out another tier list here today, ladies and gentlemen, and do a tier list on food items that you might have at your Christmas dinner. All right. So,
Oh, this
this could spark debate.
I know in my head actually right now. I'm about to drop an absolute
Oh no.
crazy decision. Microsoft Family Features is absolutely spamming my computer right now as I'm trying to fucking get it. Where the pod? But no, I do. So Kelly, I have a. We won't say anything yet, but there's one.
Oh shit.
It arguably is. It's going to make people question a lot, but we'll
Oh
get to it.
no. Borderline criminal, maybe.
Criminal.
Oh
It's not
Jesus Christ.
criminal. It's frowned upon.
Oh God. So we've got three or not three, five tiers, right? We've got the GOAT tier. This is what I didn't make this myself, by the way. Literally, this is the lowest effort podcast probably you've ever seen in your life. I have nicked this tier list off the tier list website. So we've got the
Nice.
GOAT tier, GOAT, great, good, okay, and then rubbish, or as we call it, the lettuce. Of course.
Letters.
Yeah, it's the famous bottom tier of the ShiteTalk tier list
Mm.
hierarchy, I guess you could say. Now, I won't lie to you, mate. There are some food items here that I don't even recognize. If I'm being honest,
Oh Jesus.
I don't know if the picture is just a bit shite. Um, but
Okay, well then I say this to you, right? If we get through it and there's like a couple of ones we haven't mentioned that haven't got on the list, like maybe more Irish
yeah,
sort of things, we'll throw them in there at the end, and it won't be visual, but it'll be there in memorial.
okay,
If you catch me drift.
I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. So, first up, see, there's quite a wide range of like meats here, right? Okay. So,
Meats.
meats.
We
Now
do we do love our meats.
this first one looks like roast beef, right? Now,
Okay.
I know for me personally, I don't think I've ever had roast beef with me Christmas dinner. I think that's a like I like roast beef when it's done right, but for
Mm.
me, it's not really a Christmas delicacy, if you will. What would be your take on that, Mr. Griever?
Again, I would agree with you on that. I actually have had roast beef at a Christmas dinner. It's only recently, and it will become more apparent potentially as we go through the food items. But I have had it. I do agree with you that potentially not really a Christmas
Yeah.
classic. So if we're going off the food, like roast beef itself, I think it's top two, personally myself.
Hmm.
But if we're going off Christmas, it might have to stay in the middle somewhere.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Roast
Yeah,
beef as a food itself, banging. Has to be
yeah,
lobbed on with a load of gravy and shit. But if we're talking in the context of Christmas, which is what we're doing, I think that's probably the best way to do it in terms of a Christmas dinner. I think it's got to go bang in the middle in good,
yeah. I
personally.
agree with that. I'd be happy with that because it's a Christmas tier list.
Perfect. We're off to a flying start. We're agreeing already. Look at
No
that.
problems at all.
No
This
problem
is
there.
fan. This is swimmingly.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The next one looks like a cup of porridge, right? That's how I could describe it in like texture wise. Um,
What the fuck do you have on Christmas? That's like porridge.
See, I thought it might have been like cauliflower or something, but it's not cauliflower because cauliflower is coming up in its own thing here. So it
Right,
looks like
right,
it
right.
looks like a cup of porridge or something.
Okay, look, I'm all right. First off, the question has to be asked: is it regular porridge or is it just like what how is it white porridge?
Yeah, it looks like your standard, like bog standard bowl of porridge. Now, I don't think it actually is
Right,
porridge because, like, if you're having
right,
porridge with your Christmas dinner, there's something wrong with
right.
you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this: anything that looks like white porridge is probably shite, or as shite as white porridge in general. But
Yeah,
going in the letters for me, right?
yeah,
You don't just have porridge; you have ready bread, right?
yeah, yeah.
That's the real now the be all and end all of that. If we're having a porridge debate,
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
care. I'll fight a man, Flavins or or whatever people want to fucking come out their arse with.
Yeah,
Shite, right?
yeah.
Ready break is the goat. Porridge itself, regular porridge. If you're eating regular porridge with nothing on it, you are a paedophile. That there is literally no. I am here. I wasn't sure which one of us is not. Oh my god! I've just got told my internet connection's unstable. Fuck!
Oh no! Oh no! He's panicking. Can you hear me now?
Again.
Okay, I think we're good, so I think we're
Okay,
good.
okay, okay. Oh, this brings back good memories.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So like, okay, we don't know what it is. If it's like it's not porridge. It's probably some form of sauce, but like I don't know what it is, lad. I can't like it looks clumpy, it looks like I don't know. I think we have our first entry into the letters here personally. Um
I would be of the same mindset as that myself.
which seems harsh because we don't really know what it is, but we'll throw it in there
Oh,
anyway.
sack it off, sack it off.
See, I can send you a picture of it, lad, but I don't think you'll be able to make heads or tails of it either, because it just does look like porridge.
I mean, if you want to send a picture quickly there to see, but like like you said, if you can't fucking make out what it is, Jesus, no hope for me.
I'll send you a snap there. Uh,
Uh, this again, this is prime lockdown uh, content here, where when there's something Kelly can see that I can't see, he sends a snap, and we have
yeah.
to go through it
But
like
like,
this.
you have a look at it there and see what you think. Now, I reckon that just
Right.
looks like porridge to me, but
Oh fucking hell! Right, that genuinely. So the picture Aaron sent me is not only porridge; it's in a fucking cup.
yeah, it's in like a cup with like a, as if you were pouring it out, like a gravy,
Yeah,
whatever you'd call it. I don't know.
that genuinely is the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen. If anyone is eating this on Christmas, I don't care what this is.
Yeah.
If anyone's eating this on Christmas,
Texture
there's
wise and
such.
everything, it just looks like shit, man. Roast beef and good. We got whatever that porridge shit is in lettuce, right? Next up, we've got carrots. Now it's not how you might see carrots in a
Oh
stew. They're like did you have the Christmas dinner in work over the last couple of weeks? They
yeah,
did it twice.
like
So
caramelized.
yeah, yeah. So they were like they were just cut in a different way and cooked a
Yeah,
different way as well.
yep, yep.
So they had like carrots and parsnips. So carrots are first up here.
Okay,
Thoughts?
I am a big fan of a cheeky carrot myself. Now, what I will say about a carrot is, and this might go wrong, but I don't. No, stop it.
Yeah.
I don't like my carrots. I'm gonna say crunchy instead of the other word I was gonna
Okay,
use.
okay, okay.
I prefer my carrots
Well
chewy.
done, well done.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
exactly. There you go. That's the right word. That was a lot better than what I was going to say.
crunchy
Uh,
carrot.
um, so yeah, I'm a big fan of carrots. I do, especially if they're done like the way they're done in work, and they're actually done really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot beat a bit of carrots.
Mm.
There's gravy as well. Oh, it's very, very nice indeed. I'm a massive advocate of carrots. Do I think carrots are the best vegetable on the Christmas plate?
Oh,
I personally do.
I'd argue they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're up. I'm trying to think what else you get on that plate, and I'm honestly, I wouldn't be a fan of too much on that plate. But a carrot now is a it's a good one. It's a
Yeah,
good one. I won't lie.
it is a good one. I think it's probably because hmm, probably not good enough to go in the top two tiers, but I'd put it in terms of the context of Christmas dinner goes in
Oh,
alongside
okay,
good, maybe like the middle tier.
okay, okay. Mm, yeah, yeah.
With a view maybe to potentially go up to great because like in fairness there's a lot of other vegetables here that you know are going to go below it.
Yeah. I think. Look, and this sounds very vegophobic, if you will, but I I struggle to see how a vegetable can make it, like a top tier, or like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
the right side of the second tier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Um,
man.
so yeah, I think on that note, you're actually right. I think I would agree with you there.
Yeah. We'll throw it
Very
in good
hard.
for the minute. We'll throw it in good and we'll come back to a circle round to it at the end.
Very good.
Because
Very good.
quite
Very good.
often, like and when I was getting Christmas dinner at work a few weeks ago, I was like, do you know what? I probably should get some veg or else it won't look well. It's more of like a trying to impress your peers.
Yeah, yeah. See, I actually, you know what's mad? I literally thought the exact same. The first,
So
the first time we
stupid.
got it, yeah, the first time I got it, I was like, I actually, one of the boys I played football with was serving it, and
All right.
I was like, I'm getting a lot on this bit. I better add a bit of veg in there just so he's not thinking too much about me. Like, agree match coming back into football season, heavy. I'm
Yeah.
a hefty boy, as I say, but the veg
Yeah.
makes it all better.
It's so stupid, but it's true at the same time. We all think like that. Right, cauliflower. I mentioned it earlier. It's coming up here.
Oh, it's getting binned. It's getting binned.
Yeah, I can agree
Biggest
with that.
fucking fraud of a vegetable I have ever known in my entire life. Fraud of a food
Yeah,
I have ever known in my entire life.
yeah, it's a stinker, isn't it? It's a stinker. There's not really much else that needs to be said. It's white
No,
broccoli, really, isn't it?
and
So
yeah, it's not even like a good rip off of a vegetable. It's a shit vegetable
yeah,
ripping off an even shitter
yeah,
vegetable, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah,
It's terrible.
Oh, now we got a potential big hitter coming up next. All right. So
Oh,
next
now
up,
this could be.
we've got ham.
Oh, yes, sir. That, honest to
Bah.
God,
It's
ham, ham has got to be. Oh,
up there,
God,
isn't it?
yeah, I spend the thing that will actually wake me up from a Christmas day nap is the smell of ham,
Mm. Yeah,
which sounds
especially with
immensely
the
fat.
at Christmas time, you get the one with the lovely bit of glaze on the top of it as well. It's just fantastic. The one in work was a little bit on the salty side, but
It was,
it was all right at the same time. It was not too bad. But
it
when you get
was,
ham
yeah,
that's done right,
unreal.
how high up does
Superb.
it go though? How high does it go? Does it
I'm
like
honestly thinking top tier straight off the bat. I'm not even
you think? Yeah.
hesitating on putting it
Mm.
in there. Potential to be the best thing on the plate. Potentially.
Oh, yeah, I can agree with
That's
that.
my
I can agree with that, and we all know. Well, if we're on the same page here, what else goes in there alongside it? The other meat, if you know what I'm saying. But we're gonna throw the ham up in there. We'll throw it up to the goats here.
lovely.
We have our first entry into goats here, so there it is. Now I reckon we've got another one coming up next, like straight away.
Mm.
And
Mm.
without this item, right, the Christmas dinner doesn't work. It doesn't. It does. It just doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work, mate. It doesn't work. Gravy.
Unimaginable
Hmm.
without a bit of gravy on that plate.
It is. It just doesn't work, mate. It doesn't work.
Exactly. It didn't work.
So like there's no there's nothing else to say. It goes in goat here, especially when the gravy is just like done right. And at Christmas time, it nearly always is, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah. Next up, we've got another item that I don't know what it is, right? And it's green, right? So it's chances are it's a vegetable, right? I'll send you
Mm.
I'll send you a picky again so you can have a
Here
little
we
look at it.
go. Oh, it's something.
It's something. I don't know if it's some sort of flavoring. I
What
will.
in the name of Christ is that?
This is what I'm saying. I don't
Whoever's
know.
taking pictures, need to have a. They need to be chatted to.
Like what?
I think is that potentially spring onion.
Could be. That's what I was along those lines. That's what I thought it might have been. But like,
Yeah,
do you have that with the Christmas dinner?
it's. I've never seen spring onion with a Christmas dinner. Now, I'm not saying anyone who does have spring onions is wrong, but I personally have never ever even contemplated that idea. I
No,
don't really see how it works.
no,
Um,
it doesn't for me.
it doesn't. I'm not. I wouldn't be on that mindset. Um, it's not looking good, bro.
I think we've got another stinker here. Honestly, I think we've got
Like,
another lettuce.
go in the lettuce.
We're handing out lettuces like there's no tomorrow here.
To be
Um,
fair, the person who made the tier list hasn't. He's made it a bit easy now for us to throw
yeah,
stuff in the lettuce.
they've not helped themselves. I'll say that much.
No, no, they have not.
So next up, we've got another mainstay of the Christmas dinner. Very, very rarely you'll see a Christmas dinner without this item. All right, bit of mash.
Oh, now,
Sound you
now,
made.
now.
Sound. Greenwatch just gone. Oh.
Let me speak my shit here, boys.
You speak your
Girls.
truth.
All right. There is mash, and then there is Christmas dinner mash.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Two different entities now. Two different entities.
Two very different entities, two very different styles of play. The same player in a lot of senses, but they play differently. One's a World Cup winner, one's the fucking championship player, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This, if you put a bit of fucking milk or cream into your mashed potatoes on Christmas Day, as you so often do, you
Mm-hmm.
throw a bit of extra, you get a bit creative with it.
Mm.
It is simply divine.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. I am.
I can't speak.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, there's often a time a mash will leave me like that. Now, my view on mash is that, has to be fluffy, especially Christmas Day mash. I'm very
Mm.
particular. I wouldn't be a big critic of food, but done right, it's done well. I think it's the ultimate side dish
Mm,
in a Christmas dinner, if you know what I mean.
yeah, I got you there. Now, does it go into the goat tier? Because, I feel like goat is being reserved for the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I feel like it's got to be an exclusive club. Like I'm looking at the goat tier at the minute and thinking maybe only one or two more items fit into that tier. So if
Okay.
I'm being honest with myself, mash probably makes it into the very top of great, personally.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with your mindset here because I feel like a lot of the stuff will just end up in goat. We have to start thinning the herd here.
Yeah.
If you gave me a plate of mash on its own, would I eat it? Probably. But if you gave me a ham in front of me and said, Jack, that's for you, it's getting devoured.
Yeah,
I'm going.
facts.
I'm checking into the hospital next day with heart problems because of how much ham I eat. It's
Yeah,
not good.
brilliant. So we've got the mash in there. Oh, what is that? Is that okay?
Oh,
This
here we
I
go.
think it's a Christmas pudding,
Okay.
but it's not shaped like a Christmas pudding. It's like shaped like a brack that you might get at Halloween. Like that's what it looks like. Um,
Well, I'd say
okay, let's just say
when we
Christmas
say
cake. I think it's a Christmas cake. That's probably the best way. It's a Christmas
okay,
cake, I think.
I'm going to let you speak on this first. What are your thoughts, Aaron, on Christmas cake, Christmas pudding?
Overrated.
Ah, you
Overrated
know
as
it's
fuck.
called.
See, you look at it, you look at it on the adverts, right? And you think to yourself,
Mm,
that looks fantastic. That looks
yeah,
like what I want to be eating after me
yeah.
Christmas dinner, right?
You know
However,
what?
it's a bit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Do you know
saying?
this is what I'm going to say? It tries to be something it's not. You see it on fire, and you're fucking thinking, "Oh, that's a bit. That's quite naughty. That it's on fire. It's trying to do something, trying to be something it's not. You know what I mean? Catch
Hmm.
your eye.
Yeah.
Then you take a bit of slice of it, and it's fucking shite.
Yeah.
It's shite. There's a
Yeah.
reason people set it on fire. It should be just burnt. There's no point.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Exactly so.
I don't know about you, Aaron. Now look, I'm in my head. I don't think it deserves to go into letterage
I agree.
because a lot of people do swear by this.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, myself personally, I think it's in the bad,
Yeah.
but it's not. It doesn't deserve to go down there with stuff like fucking porridge and spring onions that we've chucked in there. That just should be, that it should never be near a
Yeah.
Christmas dinner discussion.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. So we're going okay. So like the tier just above lettuce, I think in this case, which
Okay.
which I would agree with. I think the only way to make it in any way edible, right, is if you lash on a load of cream and custard with it. That's the only way to get it down your gullet, I reckon, personally.
Mm,
So we'll throw the Christmas cake
agreed.
into
Agreed. Agreed.
okay. Now I'd say that we've only got 8.5 minutes left on our meeting, which I don't really understand, to be honest. It never did. It never did this during lockdown. But anyway, if it does end, we
We're
will.
in trouble.
If it does end, we will start a new one. So next up, we've got parsnips. Now this is something that comes with obviously the carrots. They all kind of come in one. They're cut in the same way. They're cooked in the same way around Christmas time as well. Grivac isn't looking too happy at the minute. Grivac, what are your thoughts on parsnips?
No, 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 no,
It's a no from you, is it?
no. It's a, it's got to be a hefty no for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, belongs in a snowman, and that's all it belongs in my opinion.
Say what? Which one did you say?
The parsnip belongs only on a snowman, in my opinion.
Oh, it belongs on a snowman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I mean, I think with the carrot and a load of gravy, they're all right. They're decent enough. But like, if we're talking in the grand scheme of things, like in the context of the rest of the items on this list, I'd probably go in the same tier as the Christmas cake,
Mm. I'd have
personally.
to agree with that, I think.
Because like they're fine, like they're decent enough. Like if you, you'd never find me going up for seconds. I'll say that much. It's
Yeah.
it looks well on the plate, but you're not going up for seconds. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, God, no.
so I think we're happy enough with that. We'll throw them in there. We got another veg one up next. Now we got peas. What's your opinion on peas?
Look, I'd have them over a lot of other veg, weirdly enough. Um, do I value peas? I do value peas. I'll have peas. I now they're a shite vegetable. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
but I do prefer them over a lot of other veg.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's fair. I think they're a bit. I think they're a bit dead, honestly. But not necessarily bad. Not necessarily bad, like you said, but um, I think just very, very mid. Just like very mid. There's not a huge amount of taste. At least carrot, there's a bit of carrots. There's a bit of taste of it. There's a bit of a fucking, there's beans to it. You know what I'm saying? Peas, on the other
Yeah,
hand,
yeah, yeah,
though,
exactly, exactly.
I'd be looking at them going, now, I'll eat them. I'll eat them because they're on the plate. Because again, like the parsnips, I'm not going up for seconds, but not at the point where I'd put them in the bad tier, personally.
I'm happy enough with that. I think middle of the road, like you say, you're not going up for seconds.
Hmm.
They're all right
Yeah,
because they're small and you can get rid of them fairly handy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like
Couple of
that.
forkfuls, they're
Yeah,
gone.
I like that. I like that. Very mid into the mid tier. I'm not sure about this next one.
Oh no, oh no.
Now, I think I'd be about 90% sure this next one is red cabbage.
Do we need to say anything? No, no. Okay. Well, it was a lovely, yeah, lovely appearance from you, Red Cabbage. It was good to hear from you. It's always lovely to hear from you once a year, but getting gone.
No, no,
It's not happening. It's not. It's not. It's not the one.
that's lecherous. I'm sorry. That's ass.
All day it's letters.
Get in the fucking shitter, mate. Right. Let me see what we got next. Right, I think these are pigs in blankets. Now,
Okay.
I feel
Hmm.
like this is more of an
Hmm.
English thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. I don't think, to my knowledge, now my parents might correct me on this. I don't think I've ever had pigs in blankets with my Christmas dinner. I don't think I've ever had them. Like ever. Is that weird? Or is it more of an English thing?
Um, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say it's weird. No, 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 no. I wouldn't say it's weird. The fact that you've never had one though is a shock. Um,
Not to my knowledge now.
I
Not to my knowledge. Like maybe I have, but not that I can remember. And I feel like the only time of year
well,
you have them is Christmas time. So
hmm.
not to my knowledge, mate.
Well, that says a lot. That if even if Kelly thinks he might have had one, maybe, and he doesn't even remember, it's not a big hitter for Kelly. Clearly, me, I'll speak for this one then. A sausage wrapped in bacon, essentially. This is what we're talking about here with a pig in a blanket. I think, aren't we?
It can't. It surely can't fail then, right? Like,
It symbolizes, you know, the circle of life. It's a beautiful thing. It tastes good. You get a lovely bit of meat, and then you hit the center, and you get a bit of salt. It's just a beautiful culmination of what life is about, really. And in a pig in a blanket, it's just a beautiful, beautiful creation of man and a work of art. If we go back as far as Da Vinci and look at the works of art that he's done, this is up there with Da Vinci, Mourinho's Deli Alley. That obviously was a fine creation piece of work. Um, so for me personally, it's got to go mid. It's all right. Not
You were going full Peter Drury then, and then you've just gone, yeah, it's quite mid actually. It's quite mid.
it's quite mid. I wouldn't have more than two. I think I feel like it's a bit.
But hang on, you actually
Which
say they're going in mid, like the middle one.
I think they're mid. Yeah,
Are you happy with that? Okay, fair enough. I mean, like I said, you're kind of the only one that can speak on this because, like I say, it's not really been a mainstay of my family's Christmas dinner. So yeah, fair enough. Because
I'm actually
I
gonna
know a lot of people. I know a lot of people swear by them. Like, and
I'm gonna
it's
yeah I might bump it up actually just
for
thinking about
safety.
it a bit more. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
It's quite good. It's not really mid. It's quite good. Kelly, I don't know if you've noticed, but it also saying here we have less than a minute. I
Okay.
don't know what's
Right.
gonna happen after this minute.
Will we restart? So will I go? Will I start a new meeting?
I don't mind. Look, I mean, this is intimidating as fuck. Seeing you got less than a minute until something happens.
Okay. We could just wait until something happens, or
Let's let's see what happens, boys and girls. If the computer explodes in the next 60 seconds,
Grievous gets taken out by a sniper in
somebody
the
call
tree.
somebody. Rebatch's head flies back against the wall. They
Oh,
got him.
all right. Okay. So, uh, we could get kicked out of the meeting in less than a minute, but we'll move on with the next one.
Oh, there
Hooray!
we go. Yeah.
So we did get kicked
Well,
out of
we
the
didn't die.
meeting. We didn't die. We just got kicked out of the fucking meeting. All right. So that first file is currently converting. So hopefully that goes okay. Uh, Next up we've got
Right?
like chicken, like a roast chicken. Would you have chicken with the Christmas dinner?
No, no, no. I feel like there's only one bird to have with Christmas dinner. So
There you
look,
go.
chicken. You're not bad. Chicken's not bad. Roast chicken can be quite good.
Mm,
But
mm,
have a Christmas dinner? No.
yeah,
Should you have it at Christmas dinner? No. It,
yeah.
it's a no, unfortunately.
I think similar to the beef though. It's nice. You like a roast chicken, but it's just not a
Mm,
Christmas thing. So for me, it probably goes in the middle tier. We'll be all right with that.
absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
That's sound logic.
Elite, elite. Speaking of elite, coming up next,
Oh,
we got
oh,
roasties, roast spuds.
oh.
Stop it.
You
Stop it.
naughty boy, you naughty boy, bringing out the roasties.
It's
I
just
mean,
it's just good, isn't it?
they're just bloody decent, aren't they? I mean, then mashed potatoes were good, but
Hmm.
these are done right. There's not much better in the game.
I'd agree with you there. I'd agree with you there.
Now,
To the point where do we put it up there in the goal? I think we do.
I think it's got to be done. I think it's one of the top. It's got to be top three things on the plate.
Yeah,
Personally speaking,
for sure. For sure. Excellent stuff. I have to say, Greavash, we seem to have very similar tastes because we've not really had any arguments yet over this.
oh, but there's one coming.
There,
Oh, you know,
oh,
there is
oh,
one coming.
I bet there is. For me, I'm looking ahead here and thinking there may be three more that go into goal.
Okay, okay. Well, I can tell you now. I think there's one that you might want in goat, but there's one I want in leverage, and if it's
Oh
the same one I'm thinking
no!
of,
I think it might be. I think.
it's gonna.
Oh, we could. Okay, there could be an argument ahead here. Right. I don't think there's going to be an argument about this next one. Cranberry sauce. Very common one around Christmas time, and again, not one I've can ever say that I've gotten into personally.
I'll be the exact same myself. Doesn't really hit with me. Doesn't really appeal to me, and I'll usually avoid it myself.
Mm, yeah. Does it go in letters or does it go in okay? Letters seems a bit harsh, but
Letterish, yeah, letterish does seem a bit harsh when you consider what is currently in the letterish, and considering that
yeah,
again, while we might not like cranberry sauce, it is technically part of the Christmas meal. Whereas some of the other stuff in Letterich, you probably wouldn't put in with a Christmas meal.
Yeah,
So in that sense, I would be happy to put it in like the the tier just above Letterich and maybe even middle of that or
yeah,
bottom end of that, just because the lack of preference with it.
yeah. I like that. I like your logic there. I like the way you think about that one. Uh, what is that? Hang on. So
Hold on.
this looks like bread.
Oh, now okay, right. So if we're gonna say it's bread,
Hang on, I'll send you a
here's
snap
the
and see
question.
what you think. But I think that might be bread. Now you're gonna see in the picture beside it, lad. There's another kind of meat there that for me looks like roast beef that I've not put in because it just looks like roast beef. But you can see what you think of it as well. The one on the right is the bread, right? What I think is bread.
Okay.
These pictures are not helping us out for the most part, are they?
No, this Gosling made this tier list. He was not okay making this. I'll tell you something
He
else.
was not okay at all.
I think you're right. I think that is bread, I believe.
Bread. Wow. So just like normal white bread. Well,
Yeah.
to be fair,
Um,
that looks like it's been like freshly baked. That doesn't look like your classic Pat the
yeah.
Baker. You got it out of the packet. That looks like decent bread that you might have with soup and stuff.
Oh, okay. Now you've got me thinking.
Mm.
Hmm. My original comment on that was going to be bread on St. Stephen's Day with some of the leftovers. You make a bit of a sambo.
Ah, yes, I like that thought as well, though. I do like that
Yeah,
thought process.
yeah. But a bit of fresh bread with a soup for a starter with
Mm.
the Christmas dinner. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. You're talking a bit of grievance there. You're talking a bit. You're talking a bit like what you're saying there. You're thinking.
Just a
You think.
thought, right? That porridge that we seen at the start, that was hardly soup, was it?
Oh no.
But see,
Oh no. No.
it
No.
doesn't
No.
look like soup though. We're going off
No,
the
it doesn't. It
picture.
doesn't. It doesn't. Even if it is soup, it's shit anyway. So it's not even a good soup. So though we should not bother worrying about the past.
You need a good quality vegetable soup, but like a nice thick one as well,
Yes.
not your watery
Yeah.
shite.
Yeah.
Um, so the bread could go in middle tier maybe, because
I'd be happy with that.
it's not quite breaking into the fucking top two. Let's be honest, that would be ludicrous, I think. But
No, but
I
I think the potential for it is is
endless.
quite it's quite exactly, it's endless. So with that mindset, I think we're right to put it in the middle.
Like you could consider this when you move on to St. Stephen's Day, right? You could consider this
Mm,
the I guess the glue that binds all of these items
exactly.
together into a lovely little
Mm,
sambo the next day. So I'm happy enough with that, but also not in top two. Like, let's not take the piss here. So next up we're moving on to another vegetable. It's broccoli. Broccoli.
it's terrible. Put me on a pedestal, put a gun to my head, and see do I change my opinion on broccoli. All of you that eat broccoli, you're weirdos, you sad bastards. You have no taste buds whatsoever. You're sick. You're sick in the head. Fuckers every time. Oh, do you eat broccoli? How do you not like broccoli? It's a fucking tree, you knob. Fucking shite. Oh, broccoli's lovely. It doesn't taste like anything. Exactly. You're eating fucking nothing, you stupid cunt. Fucking hell. I do be so vexed about this. This is
I
such a
know.
stupid vegetable. This
This is really
vegetable.
a topic that you're very passionate about.
Oh, because like fucking so sick of this. The amount of times, right? I've gone like, oh, I like peas, I like carrots. They're like, oh, you must like broccoli. Do I fuck like broccoli? Do you think I eat peas if I like fucking broccoli, mate? No,
Mm, mm.
fuck that off. What a load of shite! Like it's stupid. It's such a in my head, right? I won't like I used to eat broccoli as a kid, right? But it just was shit. Like, and the worst part about it is you can see people then who eat the stalk, not even the bush.
Mm,
The bush
yeah,
is the main thing. You eat the weirdos that have the stalk.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
looking at them, and you're thinking, what are you doing that for? You
yeah.
know,
It's one of those things you eat it because it's on your plate. You want to be grateful, but it's not. It's not something you choose. No. Do you ever have that thing though when like either back in the day or now, the old pair might make you a lovely dish. They might make you like a curry or something, but they're like, "Do you know what?
Mm,
You need a few veg on the side there," and they just throw you a big
yeah,
tray of broccoli, and you're like, "I'm gonna eat that first, get that out of the way, and then just fucking scram the fuck out of the curry." That's what
yeah.
I'm doing.
You know, that is literally exactly what we used to do, except it was like because I wouldn't eat broccoli, it was peas. I grew up to accept that. You
Mm,
know what I mean? But broccoli, it's going to be a big no from me. In case you couldn't tell.
yeah. Well, you're see this is what you're so passionate about it. Are we saying it's going down there with its brother from another mother, cauliflower into the lettuce?
Look, look. I don't know what you think about broccoli.
Yeah.
I haven't really given you a voice because I've been so passionately ranting about it.
I mean, yeah, no, it's definitely on the lower end of the veg spectrum for me. Uh, it wouldn't be on the same level as like red cabbage. I'd have broccoli over red cabbage every
God
day of
no.
the week, or I'd have broccoli over cauliflower every day of the week, I think. Um, so if it's in lettuce, I'd say it's probably at the upper spectrum of lettuce, like ju nearly breaking into the okay tier. But I think because you feel so strongly about it, we've got to put in lettuce. There's no other place for it, and I don't have a strong. It's not like the Jaffa cakes where I was so strongly in favor of Jaffa cakes and you were so strongly against them that I'm willing to fight for broccoli's cause. That's not the case at all, and because of that. I'm happy enough to stick it in lettuce, honestly, and to fulfill your
It's a
wishes for
huge
you.
win.
So we've got one, two, three, four, five items left. We've got five to go. All right, five items
Okay.
left. We've got two vegetables left. All right, so the next one is,
Cool.
I think, the one that catches a lot of flack because it's notoriously bad. Um, like whenever anyone mentions the mere mention of its name gets people mad. All right, it's one of those, right? Sprouts. I don't know if you've seen that as McCree had to just punch the absolute fuck out of his laptop.
The mention of its name.
Samir Nasri.
Look, yeah. Look, for me, I never Brussels sprouts never really took on with me. It never really took off with me. I personally I don't think I'll ever eat Brussels sprouts. It's got too much a negative rep, and that's probably very judgmental of me, and I probably shouldn't be doing that. You know, I haven't given it a fair chance.
Have you not? Have you
But
never eaten them?
no, no.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is where I'd be saying, all right, I haven't eaten them, and I
Hmm.
don't particularly see myself eating them in the near future. So if you have eaten them,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass the baton on to you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it in kind of the introduction for it, I guess, right? They get a very, very negative rap, and it's like a
Mm.
notoriously negative rap. Um, but I don't think they're as bad as people say. Now, when I say this,
Oh,
I think when we have them at Christmas time, we have them with these little kind of rasher bits that get fucking fried in the pan and thrown in with them. And that's a nice little
oh.
combination play. It's like when you have cabbage and fucking rashers or cabbage and ham for your fucking dinner or whatever on of a Sunday maybe,
Someone
you
cooked
know.
there. Someone cooked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But honestly, even by themselves with a little bit of salt, they're not that bad. They're honestly not that bad, mate. And I wouldn't feel right. I feel like we'd just be falling into the stereotype if I throw it into lettuce. Um, now trust me, it's no higher than okay. It's no higher than okay.
Okay.
But for sure, I think people have this negative kind of perspective of it because of what they've heard, and they've not even tried it. I can't believe you haven't tried sprouts before either, mate.
Yeah,
Um,
it's an interesting one. Greabach is a very stubborn child, and you know,
very
going
picky.
through as you know yourself, the torture of food dudes.
Ah, yes, yes, yes,
There's
yes.
a bit of trauma there.
Yeah, of
If you
course.
catch me. Oh, probably won't happen anytime soon without a serious amount of therapy. But anyway, we'll move on, and I'm happy to stick it in.
Yeah, fair enough. Right. So I'm gonna do the last veg because then we've got three big hitters to finish off. Right.
Ah!
We've got right.
Ah!
Next up, I don't think again this is one of those that's grand. It's nice. Not really a Christmas dinner food for me though. Sweet corn.
Okay, yeah. Look, again, uh, would I want to see sweet corn on the Christmas dinner plate? Probably not. Again, I don't think it belongs. I don't think it's as out of place as maybe some of the other things that we've put in there. I do like a bit of sweet corn myself.
Mm.
Um, Again, though, like you say, I does it belong in a is it a Christmas dinner item? Probably not.
The bit.
Probably not.
Yeah. I think
Um,
it probably falls into the same category, the mid tier there, because it's a sweet corn pretty much on every other time of the year. Quite decent. It's not bad.
yeah,
But
it's lovely.
it's very rarely would see it on the Christmas dinner now, and because of that, I think it's like the chicken. It's like the roast chicken. It's like you don't see it in the Christmas dinner, but it's still decent. So it's got to
Mm.
go in mid realistically. All right, we've got three left. All right, three to go. I'm wondering which one of these you're going to disagree with me on,
It's gonna be a shock.
and I feel like it might be this next one. All right, stuffing.
It's not the stuffing. I.
It's not the stuffing. Okay,
It's not the stuffing.
but then
So,
surely it can't be the last two.
oh,
Anyway.
anyway, so we get on. Look, stuffing for me. Look, I'm not a massive fan of stuffing myself, which is blasphemous to say. I know. Um, as I've gotten older, it has grown on me a bit. You know,
Yeah.
not too much. But
Yeah.
if there was a bit of stuff in there, I'd eat it. If it was a mountainous pile of stuffing, I probably wouldn't eat it all. But I respect stuffing. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a bad one.
For me, man, it's up there. Like when
Really,
we talked about the sandwiches, the Stephen's Day sandwiches the next day, the leftovers.
yeah.
Throw them in a sambo with some of the leftover turkey and ham, and you've got yourself an incredible meal. All right, you just do. All right.
Combination.
Yeah,
It's
combination. It's fantastic. All right. It's good food. All right. It's goat for me, man. It is goat, but like
really okay.
I
Okay.
recognize that we're we're two people coming to a joint decision here. Um, I will say I won't have it any lower than great though. I won't stand for that.
That's fine. That's fine. I totally agree with that. Look, for me, I like I said, I don't have this is something I wouldn't have every single Christmas, so to speak. So again, this is where I'd be saying I'll pass the baton on to you. And if you're saying it's up there as the goat, I well believe that many a person would have that up in the goat category.
Hmm.
But with that being said, I'm happy to stick it in goat. But I will,
Okay.
but I will say this, okay?
All right.
It does not go above the ham,
Okay.
and I personally don't see it going above the roasties. But again, I can there's a
It's
leeway with that.
it's much of a muchness. I don't feel too strongly about either way, to be honest. Right. We got two items left. Now these are two fucking mainstays. Realistically, they just are. We're gonna go for the turkey. All right. Grievach, don't tell me you don't like turkey.
Oh, lads, listen to me. I think it's overrated. I think it's overrated. I think the turkey's overrated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where are you
I
buying
just
your turkeys from?
I just don't think it's very good. No,
Oh, Grievach.
no. I just don't think it's as good. I'm sorry. It's
I'm
just
just, you know what? I'm just disappointed here. You know,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, lad. But
it probably is overrated in the sense that like when someone mentions Christmas dinner, it's turkey, you know, and that is the thing. But it's just good, isn't it? Like, would you put it in goat tier? See, I'd be happy enough to settle for great, but I feel like you don't even want to put it in great.
oh, I don't want to put it in grade, lad. I don't want to put it in grade. I'm sorry.
Ah,
I'm
pretty
gonna
bad.
say something here that's gonna blow your mind, and I could get lashings for revealing this information. This might put the house on a hit list somewhere. Anyone watching this might now. This could put me in danger. Oh, the last 3 years, there has not been a turkey in this house on Christmas. Kelly's speechless. And I'm gonna reveal even more information that's gonna shock you.
Go
All
on.
right. You mentioned earlier about a certain meat. Who has this at Christmas? We have roast beef the last 3 years on Christmas. Oh God. I'm so sorry, Kelly. No, 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 no. Oh, he's lost his head. He's lost his head. The head has been lost. Head has been lost. He can't believe what he's reevaluating the whole friendship right now. 10 years, and it's come down to this moment.
Roast beef.
Yeah, man.
That's an interesting take for sure. Uh, so, like, is it just does the whole family just not fancy a bit of turkey, no? Or is it just
So, hmm. I'm not going to reveal any names, okay?
okay?
Because it's like we won't bring up how this discussion came to be, okay? But it was mutually accepted. Now, me personally, okay, as much as I've said I think it is overrated, I was skeptical at first.
Right.
Then we had it, and it was a succulence I'm not used to on Christmas.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this to you: if you were offered a plate of roast beef, plate of turkey, are you taking the turkey?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Well, shit. Well, I personally, I would take the beef myself. So
Okay. Okay. I mean,
this is
look,
where this is
look.
this is where
Okay.
we're gonna have to have a discussion now and we're gonna have to weigh up everything, right? Because I am fully aware that Christmas a turkey at Christmas is literally it is part of Christmas
Mm,
at this stage.
mm-hmm.
So I I, I can accept what you're saying earlier in that it's how would you say it's did you say the second tier?
It's currently in the mid tier, like the middle one,
Okay, okay.
which is where I'd be willing to come to a compromise.
Okay, I think I'll take it. I think I have to take it. I think I've done well to
Yeah.
even get it there. Because
It's
like I
cur
said, I do know.
it's
Now, can I just
currently
say? I'll just reiterate here, actually, just so we're clear. Because again, this might help bump it up for you. I I don't have anything really against Turkey. Okay,
right.
what I mean is when the discussion happened about not having turkey and beef was brought up, I'm a massive beef man.
Right.
So it
Okay.
was a lot easier accepted for
It
me.
was a no-brainer, yeah.
However, I do know for a fact that there's been a couple of years where say I've gone to like the girlfriend's house,
Mm.
I still have a bit of turkey left over, and they might play up a bit of a Christmas dinner round two. And
Okay.
I have thoroughly enjoyed the turkey. So the turkey isn't bad, but when it's put up against beef for me, it's over it. And I do know that the more commonly experienced turkey I have is the one at work, mate,
Yeah,
and
okay.
not the Christmas dinner turkey, the bog standard one that we
Yeah.
get,
That's
where
not
it's
that's not necessarily the one to go off.
yeah,
Nine
yeah,
times out of ten.
yeah. Again, therein lies the
Yeah.
nutshell. So look,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to throw a bit of a curveball here and say you said it's mid now at the minute.
It is. I'm willing to come to a compromise. If they both go into great, honestly, I'd be happy
Okay,
enough with that.
okay. That's a very valid point. I think that way you get the best of both worlds here. You get yours, I get mine.
Yeah.
We're happy as Larry.
There you go. In the spirit of Christmas and everything. All right.
And there we go.
That did that
Compromise.
that did floor me a little bit now. That did floor me a little bit. But look,
I had a feeling that would. That's when I have. I'm gonna.
I've opened my mind. All right, I've not been a closed book, and I've seen Grievash's point of view, and we've come to a compromise. All right, in the spirit of Christmas and
Beautiful.
all that, we love that. So we got one left. I think we can both like unanimously agree here that this is a at minimum great,
Mhm.
possibly knocking on the door of goat. It's your Yorkshire puds.
Oh, oh my God. Oh no.
Some of the sounds that have come out of Mr.
Oh,
Greenbash this morning when I've mentioned certain foods have just been borderline sauce, but like I'd say quite funny. I've
well,
just
I'll tell
gone
you something.
Yorkshire puds. Oh,
I'll tell you something, boys. There's a reason the camera's not going down any lower than this. Because if see what's going on, bloody hell, a Yorkshire pudding does something to me.
he's got something in the
Um,
scissors.
look, like you say, Aaron, I think realistically, like you literally cannot have any complaints about a Yorkshire pudding. You can have it on its own. You can have it with a bit of gravy. You can, if you want it, you can even put a bit of some of the Christmas dinner in the Yorkshire pudding and have it. I mean, it's sensational.
It
It
is, yeah,
really is.
yeah,
And not only with Christmas dinner, it goes well on most roast dinners.
yeah.
Arguably, most dinners even could you could chuck fucking Yorkshire pudding. What is wrong with me? Can I speak? I'm so
I
flustered.
can't
It's
speak.
done.
He's flustered by the Yorkshire pudding.
Oh God, the Yorkshire pudding has sent me mine to the shops. Oh
Ah,
God, Jesus.
oh.
Anyway, look, I think you're dead right, Aaron. I think it's not. It's got to be knocking on the door of gold.
It's already in there, lad. I've already thrown it
Oh well,
in.
then I'm happy. I'm more than happy to accept that and say it's one of the greatest inventions
Yeah,
of
yeah.
all time.
I can agree with you there. Well, I think we've done an excellent job there, Mr. Greenbatch. I really do. I'll throw up the little tier list on screen now. I've just taken a screenshot of it. So there it is. Let us know your thoughts in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, which obviously you can do now as well. I don't know, DM us on Instagram and let us know what you thought. I think there is a little actual question box thing on Spotify, so you can give
Oh,
us
nice.
your thoughts on there if you want to. So there it is, the Christmas dinner tier list, and very few arguments I have to say had there.
Mm,
Now that's probably the
mm.
cleanest one we've done, where it's been just like nice and free flowing and plain sailing. So
Beautiful.
absolutely elite from us there. I think there's only one way to end our podcast, our last podcast of 2023, and it
Oh,
is
here we go.
with everyone's favorite segment. Let's roll that jingle.
Hypothetical questions to Aaron and Jack. They're questions you ask when you've been not into bed. Or questions you ask when you're on the John, wondering where your life went wrong. Hypothetical questions with Aaron and Jack.
Essentially, actually, do you know what? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hypothetical Questions with Aaron and Jack. Everyone, I don't know why I started saying essentially there. Everyone's favorite segment of the ShiteTalk podcast, where we often get you guys to send in questions, or we try and come up with questions ourselves. Now, Mr. Greenbatch, I don't know if you've managed to come up with any gems since the last episode, but what we did get. Greenbatch is dancing away here on the screen. So I like what we did get was I made up a couple of questions, but then last night, like a guardian angel, right? I got an influx of DMs into the Shy Talk podcast Instagram, right?
Can I ask? Was it from one person?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, now we're in trouble. Now, now we could be in trouble.
It was. Do I say who it was from, or do we leave it
Give me,
anonymous?
give me, give me the last. Give me the first letter of the last name.
C.
Yeah. Okay. We're fucked. We're so fucked. We're doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed.
It's not good. It's not good. You want to go there?
Ah!
Josh has been here the whole time in bed, by the way, just
Oh
behind.
well, I apologize, Josh, because I've made some absolutely horrendous noises in the last hour and 11 minutes,
All right.
and I've said some outrageous things as well. So I can only apologize for that trying to nap. And Greenbush going, oh, here's a Yorkshire pudding, fucking hell.
Oh my god, yeah.
I've
uh,
just spilt me fucking tea. No.
Right. First one's quite deep, actually. All right. It's a
Okay.
hypothetical
Right.
scenario we're going to plop you into. All right.
Okay.
You find a book and begin to read, only to discover that it's a book about your life. All right. You get to the
Oh.
point where you are at now. All right. So Jack
Mm.
Rebatch at 12 minutes past 12 on the 23rd of December 2023 on the ShiteTalk podcast. Do you turn the page knowing that you will not be able to change the events to come?
Oh.
Oh, that's a
Fuck.
dinger, isn't it? As he would say himself, that's a dinger.
Shit. Shit. Oh, so like if I turn the page, I find out like everything that's gonna happen to
You
me.
find out the whole road that's ahead of you. The meeting will end in 10 minutes, apparently, which is just fabulous. We might have to restart again, which is just delightful. But anyway, do you turn
Okay.
that page knowing what you will know what's coming, but you will also know that you're not able to change the future. All right. So
Okay.
your whole I think we
Let's.
talked about something like this before, maybe on the first podcast of this year. It was like
Mm,
having your whole life path out in front of you, but it's a set path that can't be diverted from. Do you turn that
mm.
page, Mr. Grievous?
I think we gotta think about this. Okay. Let's this is a deep question. Let's go even deeper. Let's go let's go balls deep with this.
Hell yeah.
Hypothet- Hypothetically, as this always is, if we turn the page, boys and girls, I'm gonna bring you in a bit closer here for this. This one's a bit deeper. That's a bit too close, but we'll go with it. Right. If we know how our lives are gonna pan out, what is the point of life?
There you go. Mic drop, ladies and gentlemen. No, I agree with you though, mate. I agree with you. I agree with you. It would take the kind of spontaneity out of life. Is that the word I'm
Mm.
thinking of? Um,
Yeah, I would. Yeah, kind of like if you know how everything's going on, especially knowing you can't change it. That's the kicker with this one.
yeah.
Um, like I'm really kind of thinking about it there, and I don't know. And the worst part about it is, Jesus Christ, I'm almost dying. The worst part about it is, the more I think about it, if say you found out your life was going to go horribly wrong,
Mm.
does it send you over the edge?
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that, mate. I do. Like that is it's a deep one, but it's I just feel like it would take any like even if your life turns out to be fucking fantastic, I just feel like that would take
Mm,
the thrill out of life to know what's coming next. And no matter what you do and what decisions you make, you can't change it. You know what I mean? So I would agree with you on
mm,
that one. I think that's fairly straight. Obviously, it requires a little bit of thinking because, like, you probably there probably would be a degree of thinking, "Oh shit, what if I did read it? What if I did know what was
mm,
coming?" You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd agree with you. I would think, yeah, we've answered that one pretty well. I think. I'm not going to ask that one because it's the same one that we got asked. I think in the first podcast of the year, and it was related to the goat, but he's replaced the goat with a dog. Uh, so no.
smart.
Um, okay, let me see. If you could have 1 hour of honest conversation with anyone, dead or alive, who would you choose to talk to, and what would you ask them? That's another deep one.
Is however, I've just I think I've just big brain this.
Oh, here we go. Go on.
So what I would do is I would chat to Jesus Christ.
I knew why you were going to say that. I knew why you were going to say
I'll,
that.
I'll tell you why. Because the question states you had an hour to chat to anyone dead or alive.
Yeah.
What I would do is I'd chat to Jesus and I would say, Jesus, I've got a gun to my head. I've only got an hour with you. I don't need an hour with you because I know you've got something for me. Because I'd ask Jesus to give me more than an hour.
Oh.
Then what I do is ask them to resurrect a few dead Gossens, and we'd have a big group discussion about pastries and where they would rank their pastries, refer back to our tier list, and we just spiel on for hours and hours. You get the likes of Michael Jackson, uh, Pele, uh, Da Vinci, he'd be up there. Harambe, he probably has something to say about the whole thing. So that's where I'd be going. Personally, myself.
I'm just picturing like a round table with Grivach, Jesus Christ, Michael Jackson, Da Vinci, Pele, and Harambe talking about pastries. That's what I'm thinking about in my head now. Grivach, I love that you just thought of that on the spot. And
There you go.
oh, but you know when you said Jesus Christ, I thought you were gonna like ask him like, what's the meaning of it all, and where do we go when we
Yeah,
die, and is it all
yeah.
bollocks? But no, you've gone to let's have a discussion with a dead gorilla about pastries. Brilliant.
Look, I know Harambe's holding out on us. He knows something we don't. There's a reason they took him out. He knows something.
He knew too much. He
He
knew
knew
too
too
much.
much.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it seems a bit kind of morbid, but like the first thought I had was like you resurrect some like murderer and have a chat with them for an hour, like a Raoul Mo was Raoul Moat a murderer? I think he was. Like a Jeff Dahmer or someone like that, yeah. And Grievous is looking at him very sus. He's turned off his camera. But just like, do you know what I mean though? To get like into the psyche of a fucking madman,
Mm,
you know?
mm.
I don't know what you'd ask him, you know. Um,
Um, what would you ask him? You'd have to ask him something like, uh, well, what
well,
would you ask him?
well, if you're asking Jeff Dahmer, you know, you could ask him our next hypothetical question, which actually,
Oh,
what a segue this is. Holy fuck.
transition.
Wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. This is another one that was sent. What part of the human body do you think cannibals find to be the most delicious? That's a segue to have, isn't it?
And that's beautiful.
That's
That
a
is
se
beautiful.
I didn't even plan that. That just happened naturally. Uh,
Kelly's lined it up. He said it's top bins.
uh, the,
Absolute
the,
stanchion.
the person that sent in this question as well has also followed up that question by saying Grivach definitely says Mickey for this one.
Okay, you've got me. You might have got me there. Because I was going to say the penis. But Mickey's a good one. Mickey's a good one. Uh, thinking about it, though, right? Thinking about this logically,
Yeah.
it's surely got to be the arse, right?
I was gonna say the bunda.
There's a there's a lot of like now look, obviously they've got to have a bit of something there.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta
can't be pancake day.
no, it cannot be pancake there. That is something. In that case, they probably won't eat them. They'll probably keep them alive
Yeah.
to I don't know do other things. But in the in the anatomical world, when we look at this, you know, let's think about let's think about. I, I was gonna. I'm trying to format what I'm gonna say, but I don't want to say anything because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, can I say that? Can I say a celebrity and then just like envision them getting their fucking.
Are you talking about like the Kardashian, like Kim Kardashian? Is that what you're going for?
Well, now that you've said it, let's discuss it. Yes, let's say Kim Kardashian.
Well, Kelly said it, so you know.
Yeah, I never said it, but I just agreed with Kelly. Let's just say it.
Yeah, okay, let's just say.
That's a weekly meal. That
Yeah, yeah, that is keeping you going for a while, you
that's
know.
that's that's a hefty plate. That's
Although,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
although with Kim Kardashian isn't hers a bit not real?
That's very true.
So like, there's not an awful lot of meat behind that. It's just I don't know the ins and outs of getting arse filler, but we're less than 1 minute away, so we're gonna pick up this conversation in the next meeting.
What a conversation to go back to. Hey, Jack, welcome back to the meeting. So ask Philip, do you think that tastes nice? Would that be nice? Do you think those boys would be eating that? Hello, I'm back.
Why have we?
Oh my god.
What happened?
So basically, the mic just sacked it off. It just said it kept saying your mic is not working, and I wish you went into like settings, tested the mic. The mic was literally working. It's picking up everything. So I don't know if it was my internet. I don't know what it was. But I've had an absolute rotter. So now I've sacked on the mobile.
Nice one, nice
Here
one. Well, look,
here we are.
all that matters is we're here and we're back. Um,
Amen. Amen.
so I think we came to a conclusion on that one. That we'd scran a bit of ours. That's not a thing I thought I'd have to say on the podcast, but here we are. So that's it for the hypothetical questions, lads. We're gonna round off the podcast in just a second. But Grievach, right? Question I have to
Mm,
ask you, all right?
mm.
2023 coming to an end. What did you make of this year as a whole, mate? How was it for you? Sum it up for us.
In one word, mesmerizing. Absolutely sensational. I mean, I'm looking through the year and I'm going through each month. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, all of it. Absolutely phenomenal
Hmm.
is what I would like to say about it. The first half of the year was wow. Actually, first half of the year actually was kind of shit. Yeah, because I was doing my thesis. That was wank.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that's done. Um, the second half of the year, summer and everything like that, that was quite good. I would say I've thoroughly enjoyed this year, mate. I can't lie. I can't think of too many things that I would say made this year bad in comparison to previous years, perhaps.
Okay. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll,
I would
we'll,
say
we'll, we'll take that.
I've done a lot this year. I would in my opinion say that I have progressed a small bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thoroughly happy with this year. I feel like 2024. I'm gonna touch wood because it's right beside me. I feel like 2024 could be a big year. That's all
So
I'll say.
that leads it into the next question then. What is your
Okay.
your hopes and aspirations for 2024? We're gonna do a bit of manifesting here, all right?
Okay.
We're
Okay.
sitting here Christmas Day 2024, this time next year. What would you have liked to have achieved? Or do you know what? Fuck that. What are you going to achieve, Mr. Grievach?
Oh, yeah, that's that Kelly energy. Right. 2024. Couple of things I would like to achieve. The main one I would like to achieve, I would like to say, hmm. I'm gonna actually go. This is not like a big goal, but this is something a personal one I would like to do. I would like to be better at football. What is
Soccer
that?
and Gaelic, as in like do you have a preference?
I'll go with soccer. I feel like Gaelic. Not that I don't give a shit about Gaelic, but I'm playing. You know what level we're playing at, mate. So
Yeah, that's
it's
true. That's
I'm
true.
with the job that I'm um qualified to do. Um, that there potentially might not be a whole lot of time for
Yeah.
the GA this year, but I would like to get better at soccer. I would like to stop dropping stinkers on the channel personally. Uh, um, I would say another goal actually for myself is I would like to be fitter. That'd be something I'd like,
Hmm,
which I know is such a stupid one because everyone says, "Oh, you're gonna go gym," and then end up not going. But I would like to get fitter. And then there's a couple of other goals I have, which I'm not going to mention.
that's fair.
But keeping my cards close to my chest on that one, I will say. But generally speaking, I would say I'd like to be fitter. I'd like to potentially progress in my career a little bit. Doesn't have to be massive.
Yeah.
And I will say get better at football. That'd be the couple of goals I'll have, and then there's a couple of ones that are hidden against the
Okay.
old kit.
Interesting. Interesting. I like that though. Some nice, I feel very achievable goals for you, you know. Um, the getting fitter thing, I think for a lot of us, I think the thing with that is just getting the time to do it because,
Yeah,
we all know you have the fucking work rate to do that. It's just getting fucking time. And that's ever since
that's the
I've
killer.
started kind of working full time coming out of college, that's the biggest fucking issue with that. Um, the football thing just comes with practice, man. It just
Yeah.
comes with practice, and
I know.
we know on the channel we don't set out, and obviously we try to recreate goals. We very rarely actually do it. You know what I mean? So we go out and it's the entertainment part of thing. But like, the more you do that, man, it's the same as anything. The more you do that, the more you will kind of improve. And I
Mm.
feel like what was the other thing? The career. Um, Again, I feel like the field that you're in is very much like just continuing doing,
Yeah.
saying yes to opportunities and just building up that fucking reputation, that CV. And I've no doubt, mate, you will absolutely fly it. 1,000,000%. Be intrigued to see what the ones that you're keeping close to your chest are, though.
Yeah, yeah. See, like
He's cooking. He's cooking. He's cooking.
something now. Again, this is probably like how I describe these goals and things I'd want to happen are probably maybe late 2024. So they're
Okay.
not they're not on the radar as of now,
Okay.
but they're on the cusp. They're
Oh.
nearing. So
Okay. Okay.
that's all I'll say on that.
Greenwich is getting married, lads.
Yeah. I mean, that would make for some like Christmas podcast 2024. Agree that
Oh,
turns out.
stop. That'd be amazing.
That would be fucking unreal. I would be
Imagine the
gas.
scenes. Imagine the scenes. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
But now,
Um,
now we go to the moment that everyone is waiting for. This. Everyone on the channel, everyone on the Aaron Kelly channel wants to know, Mr. Kelly. You've often set yourself goals, and you've often done them. Maybe not on the podcast, but sometimes you've done them on your own channel. Sometimes you've done them on the outros of some videos, and sometimes you've even whacked it into an end of year highlights video.
yeah.
But now, live on the podcast, Mr. Aaron Kelly, 2024, the year of even numbers. Wait, well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
exclude the zero. What are your goals or ambitions for 2024?
Um, See,
And
2023 was a bit of a weird year, man. It was a bit of a weird year in general. Kind of a lot of the time feeling like you're kind of stuck in limbo, you know what I mean, between a couple of
mm,
things. So kind of just want to go into 2024 with a bit more kind of clarity. This is what I want, and I do think at the end of this year I'm kind of coming to terms with who I am, what I want. Um,
mm.
like you say, progression in the career, I guess. But even at times this year, I've questioned what that is. Even though I've been through college
Oh,
and I have a degree, I think the main thing that was positive for me in 2023 was YouTube. Genuinely,
yeah.
I think that was the main thing. I think the videos improved a lot this year. Um, in many aspects. And obviously, I want to do a lot more. I think I mentioned this to you before. I want to do a lot more different style of videos on the main channel, football and wise that aren't goal recreations episodes.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
that takes a lot more fucking brain power and organizing and all that kind of stuff. But you've probably noticed in the last maybe 2 months or so, uploads on the main channel have been a lot more sporadic. I think in December and no between December and November, December combined, I've uploaded 4 times. Four.
Jesus, that is insane. Yeah,
Which is crazy considering I used to go once a week when I had like the verdict I was doing every week as a video.
yeah,
And the verdict, I'm not saying it's the end and the verdict's not coming back, but that's definitely going to be more of a sporadic live stream type thing that I'll do every now and then.
yeah. I will say, look, I think you've done it a couple of times, haven't you? Where you've done almost like a TikTok sort of lad now.
Oh
Maybe
yeah. Yeah,
maybe
we've done that all right.
We won't mention the recent TikTok live.
We've done that.
I didn't
We
actually. The
oh
most annoying thing about that was to me is that I completely missed that live, and I only seen the story you put up of it, and I was fucking raging I missed it now.
yeah.
So I have got notifications on for the next time Kelly does go live
Yes.
on the TikTok, but
Yeah, that again, like that, it's just going to be a very literally that night I seen Chelsea were playing, I was like, fuck it, we'll go live for a little while. And yeah, what happened. Um, but yeah, obviously the podcast, I think we said it at the start. I like the podcast. Like, I don't mind if the podcast is like maybe once a month, that would be great, but like it's not always going to be possible. You know what I mean? It's not always going to be possible, and I'm fine with that. The second channel started this year as well, which is good crack as well, and it's more of just like a low effort type thing. But I want the main channel next year to go
oh,
full on football
oh,
videos. Like
whoa,
that like I don't want to, and also that like that doesn't also rule out the possibility of videos like another Bake Off or those type of other videos that aren't
yeah,
football videos but aren't they're different. I won't rule those kind of big videos out, but I do want the main gist of the main channel next year to be football videos, and whether it is only once or twice a month that I upload on the main channel, but make like prioritizing quality over quantity and kind of growing the channel that way. Like
yeah. A
the
bit
like
like sort of like how would you say it? Like a bit of a Chris MD style, like in the sense that like we won't see an upload from him every week,
yeah,
but when he uploads, even the most recent one he uploaded,
yeah, yeah.
unreal, phenomenal.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that quality over quantity, I think. Um, so yeah, that's kind of the main thing, and just pushing YouTube on, man, and seeing where
Very
we
good.
can go with it. Obviously, I want my athletics to improve a little bit. The 2023 wasn't a brilliant year, for me athletics wise, so hopefully that improves. I'm going back playing football next year with the GA club, so
Very good, very good.
hopefully that goes all right as well, and I don't get knocked out again.
Oh, preferably, yeah.
Preferably. But yeah, just kind of plugging along. And you know me, mate, I don't look too far into the future, but I do have certain goals that I would like to hit, and that, do you know what I'm going to hit in
What's
2024.
happening live? Come back to this flip in the pods in Christmas 2024, and you'll see many a thing. Many a thing will be seen.
You will see some stuff, that's for certain. But yeah, that's basically it, really. Anything else to add, Mr. Greenwich? A Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope it all goes well.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, a prosperous 2024. We probably should take the time to wish a certain individual a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
We'd ask everyone in the channel and wherever you're seeing this to send your thoughts and prayers to Mr. Casey. He was brave enough to send us a couple of questions from the hospital bed. Um, despite the doctor's advice, the plug has not been pulled. He is still kicking. He's still about. His involvement.
His hips are not in the best of shape, but
I mean, we're waiting for a second opinion from a doctor. The physio that was at and is always at the recordings wasn't too happy with the way they were creaking and cracking. But
yeah.
we send our best wishes to Mark, because we know he wouldn't ever wish anyone goodwill.
That's
And on that, no,
and on that note, lads.
He's a lovely man. He's a lovely man. He'd always wish it. He'd always wish he's fine. He's alive. He's doing well.
He's got me for Secret Santa in work, actually. I wonder what he's got me. Fucking, I haven't got it
I,
yet. I think I'm getting
if
it after Christmas.
if I do not see um a Chelsea themed penis, he's done. He's not done you. He's not done you well there. That's all I'll say. And on that note,
You've absolutely nailed his character in one fucking phrase just there. A Chelsea themed penis.
there we
Um,
go.
but on that note, lads, we thank you once again for watching slash listening to the 2023 Christmas podcast and to all our podcasts over the year. I think we only did like 4 or 5, but hopefully we can get a few more out in 2024. we do have some potential guests lined up that in the new year that have said they'll come on, and should be some interesting chats. But from this podcast, what you can expect is a podcast every now and then, whenever we're around. But yeah, amen to that. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow on Spotify, subscribe to the two of us, follow us on social media as well if you feel like it. And we wish you a very Merry Christmas. Take care.
Yeah, I said, yeah, I said.
You got the speak in there.